You, it's Cam from Chin Checkers, and we back at it again. On Friday night, we had the ladies getting in, the beautiful ladies getting it in. But before that, we had a light heavyweight bout with Brian Howard and Umar Sulamov. Now, Brian Howard is moving down from cruiserweight to lightweight to fight Umar Sulamov. And Umar Sulamov is being trained by Sugar Hill Stewart, which is the nephew of the late great Emmanuel Stewart. Now, this fight was a very good fight. It was a little bit of a chess match, so not much really was going on. It's like the guys were respecting each other and still trying to figure out the other fighter and things like that. But in the ninth round, Umar caught Brian Howard with a straight right that pretty much ended the fight. And that straight right had Brian Howard looking like a dope fiend, man. Like, he hit him and he just stunned him, and then Brian Howard just... and then slowly lean to the side. So, you know what I'm saying? And that was pretty much the end of the fight. Now, I have an issue, and I'm probably going to do a video about this, with fighters moving up and moving down in weight. You know what I'm saying? And with Brian Howard coming down from cruiserweight, to me, that was a little bit of a problem. I mean, both guys look a little bit tentative in the fight and a little, like, unsure of what they were doing. But I think with Sugar Hill Stewart dealing with Umar Sulamov, I think he will start to get better as a fighter. And I hope Brian would probably go back to cruiserweight where he's a little bit more comfortable. Now, he started off the night after that when we had Tori Nelson versus Christine Hammer. Now, Christine Hammer is a not a two-time, but she's a two belt holder at middleweight. And Tori Nelson, early in the year, she had a fight with Claressa Shields. Now, Christina Hammer, she used a lot of fundamentals and a lot of technical skills in order for her to win this fight against Tori Nelson. Now, in this fight, Christina Hammer, she was a little bit taller at 5'11", and Tori Nelson was, I think, about 5'6", 5'7". And she won the fight handily, Christina Hammer, but it wasn't like she dominated the fight, but it wasn't like a dominant performance. Tori Nelson, to me, is a really good fighter, but at 160, it's not a weight for her. Like, I believe, like, if she was to go back down to 147, she would make a lot of noise in the women's division at 147 in terms of being at 160. She also fought Claressa Shields earlier in the year, and Claressa Shields said to herself that, you know, she was a really tough fighter, that it's not, you're not putting her down. You know, you're not going to knock her out, you know, and she just kept coming forward the whole night. I would really like to see Tori Nelson go down to like maybe 154 or 147, because I don't think that 160 division is good for her. And my first time seeing Christina Hammer, I was, you know, a little bit impressed with, you know, the opposition that she had in front of her within Tori Nelson. But Tori Nelson was not going away. She was there the whole fight. She was in Hammer's face the whole night, fighting, going back and forth with her. But that jab of Christina Hammer kept Tori Nelson at bay. So hopefully, you know, Tori Nelson will go back down to I would like to see her at 147. I think she would make a lot of noise at 147 and trying to fight at 160 or 154. And then the main event was Hanna Gabriel versus Claressa Shields. In the first round, Hanna Gabriel knocked down Claressa Shields with an uppercut and a left hook. And Claressa Shields kept her composure and came back in the second round and threw on the rest of the fight to win the fight. Now, to me, my opinion, Hanna Gabriel looked good for the first 3 to 4 rounds. But with her trying to be aggressive with Claressa Shields instead of boxing and throwing a lot of punches, and with her moving up from 154 to 160, I think the extra weight and her trying to be aggressive, she got tired very fast. Because if you look at during the fight, to me, the 5th and 6th round, she looked like she was tired and gassed out, I guess, from putting on the weight and trying to be aggressive against Claressa Shields. Now, Claressa Shields, after she got knocked down, boxed really good. It kind of reminded me of the Sugar Shane and Mayweather fight where Sugar Shane caught Floyd, and it looked like Floyd was about to go down, and he held on for dear life, and then came back for the rest of the fight and boxed beautifully to win the fight by decision. And that was the same thing Claressa Shields did. When they were exchanging, though, I noticed in a lot of other Claressa Shields fights that most of the punches that she was throwing were a lot of wild punches, and with these exchanges, it was a little bit more straight and accurate than when they were before. And with this fight, she trained with a new trainer with John David Jackson, who trained the likes of guys like Sergey Kovalev and Curtis Stevenson. And she wasn't throwing too many wild punches. She stayed and she boxed. And when she had to get into exchange with Hanna, she threw beautiful shots. Like, her shots wasn't wild and looping. They were more straight and to the point. So that's it, gentlemen and ladies. Subscribe and hit the like button and hit the bell icon when you do subscribe. And one more thing, though, I would like to mention that I forgot to mention. After the fight where Claressa Shields won and Christina Hammer stepped in the ring, I want to see that fight. Like, that was something that is missing in boxing on both sides, the women's side and the men's side. Like, I think, Christina Hammer went over the line a little bit, because as soon as she got in the ring and Claressa started coming towards her, she pushed Claressa Shields back. And the gentleman that was doing the interview at the time with Claressa Shields, man, oh man, that was funny, because your boy did the shoulder roll. He did the shoulder roll and then spun off and then hit the ropes and took a beeline out of that. He didn't want no issues or problems with that. But I hope that they can make this fight at the end of the year with Claressa Shields and Christina Hammer. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to try to put a couple more videos out. I should be leaving in a couple days to go out to Mexico on vacation, so I'll be MIA for a while. But, please, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'm going to try to give out more content for you guys. And, this is a little bit tough for me, man. Trying to get used to this camera thing. I ain't used to it, but I think if I keep putting out more videos, the better I get. And, you guys won't be talking about how bad I look at on the videos, and just more about my content. You know what I'm saying? With that, I'm out, yo. Peace.